Hello everyone, welcome back to Edgington, the new Edge. And Beatrix is still being complaining. Grr. Pipe it. I know, you don't need to yell. I'm a sky god, I'm capable of knowing everything, you know? Well, most things. Obviously I haven't done well in the past couple of episodes, but still... Okay. So, the spiders aren't going to follow... The spiders aren't going to move determinately towards us, and the skeleton's the same problem because we don't have a hole. See, one... And, oh, the skeletons and the boars are just having a small meeting. Also, it turns out there are 3 skeletons. Okay, well, now we know. Which is, you know, half of the conflict. Anyways, yes, I know. Okay, so... I can't see how close these are to being finished yet. For all I know, those could be going for another 40 episodes. I doubt it, but you never know. Oh, here comes Rickeman. Does you have iron in your inventory? No, you have 10 raw stone. Let me boost your capacity. No, can I? Yes, I can. There. You'll move slow as molasses, but you'll move. Okay, so let me also put a mining stockpile over here, and just for like actual mining stockpile, just for like me being minorly anal retentive. There's another one, and we'll put like a light on top of this as well when we have the resources. We don't presently, so it'll have to stick. Let's get rid of those designations. Okay. Okay, so who isn't doing anything? I would say Beatrix, but I'd rather not have the animals die again. Bernard, how are you as a forager? You're a level 3 forager. Okay. Could you gather berries for food, please? Just because we are actually out of food again, so I would rather we not be out of food again, because, you know, that means I have to cheat more. I'd really rather not cheat more as much as I can. What's your... Okay, so he's nearly at the bottom of where we've presently told him to mine. Oop. There. Get rid of that. So we've got this nice little, like, slightly curved shape that you can dig down in. Yay! Hurrah for making things look pretty. Let's see, hall we don't want to do yet. Military designations we've got. I kind of want to set patrol routes, but archers work best from set locations. Yeah, I know, jeez. What do we have over here? Bit of iron, okay. I'm definitely going to dig mine that. That's dirt, that's copper, stone, whole ton of stone. Yeah, so it used to be, if you were watching like the earlier episodes, it used to be that when you scrolled down, like to see this, and there was like a structure above you, so if I was trying to, say, look at Rickeman from here, there's a ceiling above him, so I would hold Q and I would just see, like, grass. But they have since changed that, so now I can actually see everything, even if, and it only shows what's, like, actually on the surface if I'm on the surface, so it's fantastic to know. Okay, looks like I've got a bit of coal in there too, so that's good, because we're probably going to need that fairly short. I know, we're working on it. Jeez. So how much brick do we have? 16. Well, 16 to make. We have in total 4. Which is not great. But, you know, it's early days. So, let's see, we've got this nice big mouthy kind of area. Let's start from down here. And I'm thinking we'll have a castle gate. So we want this to be capable of supporting a 2-piece entry doorway. Most doors only have 1 entry point, but castles have 2. So castle gates have 2. So we want to start with that. Okay, and let's just drag this into the horizon a little bit. So about there. Okay, so that will be the beginning, and then we'll drag it out into the ocean a bit more as well, because if there is like this 1 block ground section then anyone that swims over is going to be able to get up, but we want it to be deeper than that. How's Rickeman doing? Okay, so yeah, so far our mine is the most developed thing we have. Not gonna complain, really, but how are we doing on food there, Bernard? Inventory. 14 food, hooray! We won't starve tonight, which is good because it's late afternoon and the sun is setting. Let's see what we have over here. Is that a chicken? No, that's a sheep. How far away is that sheep from Scalies? Quite a ways, because they still haven't figured out where we are. Good. I don't exactly know how the skeletons are supposed to be able to tell where you are actually, like, setting up camp. Like, are they detecting some kind of magic that's used in the founding ceremony? I don't know. All I know is that they will come towards your home designation, which makes sense from a design point of view, but I don't know. It doesn't quite work out in stories. Okay, and how are we doing for, like, dirt? How's it like, very, very raw materials? Raw dirt, we have 99. Raw stone, we have 48. That is good. Sand, of course, we have none as yet. We need that to make glass. But I don't think we actually have glass. Yeah, like, that's not something available to us to make. We can similarly make the minecart tracks, but there isn't much point either, because they haven't been fully implemented. Okay. Oh, for the day when you finally shut up after I've made some shears. After we've procured sufficient iron to get shears. What am I seeing over here? Is that, like... Oh, those are berry bushes. That's interesting, I didn't know those... Why are those specific ones spawning... Wait, that's weird. That's a weird rendering thing. So another thing we saw earlier in the episodes was some odd little kind of like fairy lights in the sky, which I can only presume, and this is based purely on the 3D graphics module of my university course, which is some time ago now, which I can only presume is due to a positioning error in the different particles being spawned. So they were getting spawned at what I presume is probably 0, 0 or some static offset of it, even when they should have been spawning at the unit that was causing them. Okay, schedule sleep. Midnight, evening and night. So Bernard will hopefully be back soon before he starts wandering into spiders and skeletons. The standard thing, like, foragers will do okay as a food source early in your game. The more, like, the further you go into the game, the more likely you are that there are going to be monsters in the darkness, because your wealth as a settlement is increasing. So you want to be sending them at least with some kind of chaperone. But by and large, I think Bernard's going to be okay for now. Okay, if you come back and be a builder, you can start work on the bridge, and you can also deposit all of that food for us. Now, I don't know if in this version changing their professions alters their morale. Morale in this version does have an indelible effect, which is that it will cause them to flee from enemies earlier than if they had higher morale. If they have very high morale, they will just straight up, like, grab whatever they have to hand, including their bare hands, and try to beat to death whatever enemy they find. But I don't know if, any more or less, and I think it might be sleeping. I think their beds might be an involved factor, but I don't know if changing professions is. We'll have to see. And it looks like we're harvesting flax. Let's take a look. Flax fiber, 23, yes we are. Whoop. What are you up to, Waylon? Oh, you're eating. Yay, because we have food. Huzzah! I swear that Bernard had, like, 16. I swear they had, like, 26. I suppose people have just, like, grabbed it all. So, thank you, Bernard. We'll have to send you out on another picnic run later. Now, what we also need to do when we've set up actual, like, fully functional guard posts, instead of just this triangular formation, is to have a food barrel next to where the guard posts are, so that people are able, so that the archers are actually able to grab food whilst they're working, rather than having to come all the way into the center of the settlement to grab it instead, which is not a good thing when we're trying to, like, make sure that everyone lives. Okay, so Bernard, I'm gonna need you to be a stonemason. Don't worry, I'm not asking anything major of you. And jeez, we're already down to one piece of food. Well, I hope that keeps everyone fine. Keeps everyone fed for a bit. Yeah, looks like we're doing okay. And people's levels are going up nicely as well. Probably because everyone's got something to do right now, so no complaints there. Someone mentioned I should be skipping the night, because as bright as this looks, it does not look as bright on YouTube, which I can understand. It still looks gorgeous in my view, at least. So I will switch on my night vision mode for now. Like, for this episode, and I'll start fast-forwarding to dawn on, like, the next after that. But I think we're doing okay. So how are we doing there? Can you not make... are you... Crafting brick, grabbing the required items. Okay, good. And Rickeman's presently zonked the ever-loving heck out, or we would probably be looking at getting some more iron. Let's see how we're doing in there. I love that I've just got, like, the buttons for raising and lowering the terrain level is page up and page down normally, but I've got it bound to the, like, the secondary scroll wheel on my mouse, so I can just easily look at things. Okay, and there's the bottom of the world. So let's take a look inside of here and see if we can find any useful materials. I think that's mostly just a bit of silver there, which I'm guessing he probably can't grab with what tool he has now. So let's see, dig mine. And let's see, we'll take a fairly long stretch over this way. And we'll raise the level so that he can actually move in it. Okay, 2 I think is what we'll go with, but we'll have 3, just so that if need be we can actually have a doorway in there. That is some creepy music. I don't think I've ever heard that music before. I don't know what that means. It probably means nothing. It probably means nothing. I'm gonna have a zoom around now and see if I can find anything. For all I know, that's the sound of a necromancer arriving now. See, spider, this guy's still over here. If there's any new mobs, they'll be along the borders, so that's some consolation. Same old 3 skeletons. As long as we have the same monsters on the map, I think it still qualifies towards the actual limit of them. So after a point you can, if you're like secure enough, you can just completely forget about killing mobs for a while. And yet we've got another St. Elmo's fire, and you can see what's happening. They're being teleported. You can see them passing. So I guess I think they're either spawning at the person and teleporting over here by a calculation error, or they're spawning here and being teleported over because they're spawning in the wrong place. But that goes somewhat beyond my expertise, because I do not know anything about the way that this game works precisely. You need tongs to work the forge. Oh, hey, you've woken up. Hey, hey! And let's see, currently Bernard has our tongs. 1 second, and I shall put him back to a builder. So, what's your inventory? Inventory is emptied, so you should be able to work the forge again now, because we should have tongs in storage. Yay! Just hit the tool chest and we'll be fine. 28 wood, we'll probably have to go get that working again. I think once Bernard wakes up again, for good, we're going to actually send him off to get more berries. Stone tongs. Do we have a bunch of those? No, actually don't. Interesting. What happened? And those are crafted, of course, by a blacksmith. So, Ellie, would you please? You're gonna have to make your own tools, I'm afraid, tonight. Do these guys not have torches? Everyone should have a torch. I guess they just don't think it's dark enough. Okay, fair enough. It makes it harder for me to see where their enemies are, but you know, we'll settle for the time being. And it looks like the farms are coming up as well. So that's good, I can start halving them. So let me see, design... That is a turnip farm, okay. So, turnip seeds. And let's see, that's a 12, so let's put it to 6. And the thing behind, next to it, is potatoes. So, let me see, potatoes are a 15, so let's just put it to 7, I guess. Hold on, no, let's just put it on 6. And then we've got carrots, which must be at a 14, I guess. So let's put those on 6 as well. And pumpkins, oh god, the pumpkins. Seasonally appropriate, but I don't think that our people here are especially, like, huge into pumpkin spice. There we go. So that... So they'll stop reseeding these places up here, and then they'll start seeding over there, and that should have us okay for getting food again. We'll have to find out. I don't know. I am loving the new music, though. Like, it's gonna be a shame. I might occasionally have my music turn up again. I liked adding the music, but it was a bit of a time sink. I had some really great tracks. There was good stuff. It was mostly Kai Engel, for those of you who don't know, but it was a variety of places, so... And at some point I'll have to, like, put together a mix showing all of the places. Okay, that looks like one of the new ones going in. Yep, that is tilled land. We don't actually know what farm that is. Offhand, I think that's the potatoes. But eventually... Yep, there goes the potatoes. So these old crops are being torn up now. I would remove the farm already, but that will delete all the crops in it, which might actually be useful right now. And then we shouldn't have any issue with getting... Oh god, I have to say, it does look... We've got pumpkins galore, and we've got a purple sunset. Yeah, I can imagine this is looking more than a little bit Halloween-y. But hey, it is the season. We've got, like... What? 6 days now, less than a week to Halloween, so who knows. Hopefully we won't have, like, a necromancer visit, which would be the most seasonally appropriate mob in existence for this game. Or if we do, hopefully he dies swiftly. For all I know, it'll be Sawtooth the Fallen again, because, god dang, will that guy not die. Anyways. I think we're doing okay. I think we're gonna be okay. We have to, like, micromanage a lot of things right now, but I think we'll be okay. And let me just put a bit of lighting. So let me see, a wall sconce. Yeah, we can just put a wall sconce, like... Ooh, I could put it inside. Ooh, that'd be nice. I'm gonna put it there. So... Let's see, we're missing torch and we're missing an iron ingot, so it'll be a while before that's built. Ooh, Lars has leveled up, yay! But I will have lighting in there yet. And it will look like a really nice little mine. Although, looks like there's a little bit of a mapping error there, because I can see that the mount for the torch is above the top of the wall. That's not health and safety conscious. Ellie! You finished up making your bricks. No, you haven't. What's up? Oh, because I left you as a blacksmith. Oh, of course. Stonemason. So when Bernard wakes up, we can actually keep working on that. Right. Well, night is approaching. So, actually, hang on, didn't I? I think I may have set Bernard's... Yeah, I did. Sleep autonomously. Wake up. Work through the night. And all through the day. So, with that, I believe, Edgington rising to its feet once again. I shall catch you all next time. So, from Samantha the Great, the Rising Stars. Catch you then.